you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi. Welcome to another episode of On the Line. Again, brought to you by Guardian RFID. Great topic today. Would you be insulted if someone came to you and said that corrections is a stepping stone for them? I did a vote on my YouTube channel, Tier Talk, and surprisingly, most people said they would not find that as an insult. So what me and Connie are going to do, we're going to add some context to this because there are some that would find this insulting. As always, though, our guest today is Connie Alleyne, the author of The Cage Was Her Cocoon. What's up, Connie?
Hi, everyone. Connie Alleyne here. I am the founder of the Civilian Corrections Academy and the podcast host of The Fly Behind the Wall. And as Anthony has said, I am the author of The Cage Was Her Cocoon. So great topic. Again, I look forward to us diving into it.
You guys, don't forget, I have a book on the market, Inmate Manipulation Decoded. It's on Amazon. Just look up Inmate Manipulation Decoded. And so is The Cage Was Her Cocoon. So here's the context here. You're getting ready to train a rookie. The rookie, first day on the job. So a rookie could be an officer, could be a nurse, could be whatever it is. And they really haven't gotten an idea of what this profession has to offer. And before you're able to go ahead and introduce them to this great profession, they kind of say, corrections is nothing but a stepping stone for me. One day, now for my scenario, I'm going to be a police officer. So my concern is with this, is I understand people have hopes and aspirations, and that's great. I'm not minimizing that. And by the way, I want to encourage that. I just have a big thing with saying that corrections is a stepping stone because there are a lot of people here that have made this their career. So when the person says it to everyone they meet, it makes me think that they're not proud of their position in the now and that they have to feel that they have to justify that position. Now, especially when I asked that individual, well, do you think corrections is law enforcement? And they quickly said no. Now it makes me look back and say, well, now I could see where they think corrections could be a stepping stone. But again, in my mind is, even if you want to go from corrections to police, it's a move outward. It's not a move upward. Because again, to me, it's a noble career. But what's your thought if someone said that for them, corrections is a stepping stone, and everybody you introduced them to, they said the same thing right off the bat without even knowing too much about what this profession has to offer?
I mean, so one, I guess I'm thinking I can't be too offended because I know off the back where they're coming from, right? But I also feel like if you are proud of your career choice, you don't feel the need to have to provide any additional explanation or disclaimer for where you are, right? So, for me, I feel like corrections is a great place to work. I know for a long time, it's not been considered an employer of choice. I think because, the nature of the job can be very tough. And, it's not someplace that is just going to just be smooth sailing, right? You need to be at the top of your game as a professional to work in corrections. And so what ultimately has made me proud of being in corrections is that the skills that I've acquired and the tools that I've needed to develop over time are not what I would have needed in a traditional work environment that probably wouldn't have challenged me, And so for me, to be able to be in corrections, I feel like this is definitely a positive space to be in. And I just don't feel the need to tell people, oh, but, I have this other job that I could be doing, right? Like, this is where I'm at and this is what I enjoy doing. For me, I think also just hearing that from a rookie, it's very hard to give your all to that person from a training perspective, right? Like, because it's kind of feeling like, well, you don't want to be here anyway, so I don't really need to do much with you. So like, you're not going to get a lot out of the job and out of those around you when you lead with, this is just a stepping stone, right? As though I'm better than you guys, because there's some of that could be built into that as well. So I think there's a couple of things that go on. And it makes it very difficult. I mean, I think as a trainer, you're going to just do your best to train that person, right? And maybe you might feel motivated to show them that this is a good place to be. But to constantly hear it, it's like, all right, we get it, right? This is a stepping stone. But why are you here then? Right? Like, just go someplace else and step over there, right? As opposed to being here, where you have people who are working really hard and who take their job very seriously.
Right. And I want people to know it's within the context. And here, if you go ahead and start telling everybody, even before you get a chance to introduce them to what this profession's about, every interaction you have with somebody, it's like, well, corrections is just a stepping stone. I feel that you're trying to justify it because maybe you're thinking that there's something better for yourself. And unfortunately here, we're just kind of makes you feel inferior. I mean, that's what the concern is. And then even for people that will say, you know what, not a problem. She wants to think that that's fine. I will go ahead and show her value that this profession has. It's only if they're willing to see that value. If they're coming in with their mindset, mind you, they haven't even learned about this profession, that whatever it is that they want to go to without even knowing what this profession offers, that we're a stepping stone, well, that is a concern because it puts the profession and its people at that lower level. Again, within context, because in my mind, the way this person was saying this was literally to justify their position in the now. And my concern is that if you spend too much focusing on where you're going to be tomorrow, you're going to ignore the value that's being given to you today. So if you're so focused on being a police officer, then you're not looking at what this profession already has to offer. And again, whether it's your dream or not, the point is are you giving today 100%? I mean, does that make sense to you, Connie?
No, absolutely. If you're already, so I feel like, yes, we all have our goals and our dreams and things that we're working towards. And I think that's something that even as an individual stepping into the system, you can keep in the back of your mind that this, for me, may be a stepping stone. And I'm working towards something else. I'm working towards something greater, something bigger, whatever that is. And that's okay. I just think that when you step into a new role and you are giving it 100%, you're not necessarily thinking about what could be, right? Because you're not there yet, right? And so make the most of this stepping stone if that's what it is for you. Give yourself to the stepping stone, allow yourself to actually truly benefit and learn from this opportunity that you have, as opposed to focusing and probably missing a lot of the lessons you could be learning to help you along your way.
Right. And I just want to add one more thing before we come into a close. What about if that plan for tomorrow doesn't happen? Then you wind up trapping yourself because you didn't give this profession its chance. Because there are a lot of people that could have that mindset, and then maybe something within this profession shifts it because they found the value, they found the purpose, whatever that purpose or value may be. But if you're sitting there closing yourself off, the moment someone goes to introduce you to the value of this profession, and you're quick to say, sorry, stepping stone, I'm planning on this, then you're negating the benefits of what's happening in the now. And then what's going to happen is when you don't get that choice to move on later, you're going to feel trapped because you put all your hopes into something that was unknown when there could be benefits here. I know people that have sworn until their 24th or 25th year that they're still going to be that police officer, and therefore they don't take the promotional exams. They don't look for other opportunities that could be a lateral department. They focus everything on a what if. And then finally, when that 25th year comes and they're getting ready to retire, they start to question, well, what have I really done with this career? Because they knew they could have given more, but instead they were so hoping that they would get that phone call that would be that yes. But you got a yes now. So having said that, do what you can to be the best you can be in this profession. If something happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, that's fine because you're giving yourself a good foundation. Mm-hmm. Connie, anything you'd like to say in closing?
I would just like to say, working in corrections, I think, once you get in and you start working, I think you can actually start to see the value in working there. It's not saying that it's not going to be stressful, because it will be stressful. But the ways that you're going to learn and grow while you're in the field are just, I don't even have the words for that. Give yourself an opportunity. If you've chosen to come this way and you're walking the path, the least you can do is give yourself the opportunity to truly learn and grow and actually give something back to the industry, as opposed to you've gotten this opportunity and you're just waiting for your way out.
Right. And even though it wasn't that big of a percentage, it was 16% that found it insulting, it's still 16%. You know, we may not realize what our words say, you know, because again, or what it doesn't say. That could even be more powerful. You know what it says. Okay, yeah, correction is a stepping stone. That's fine. You're planning on moving up, but you know, what are you saying about where you're at now? And by the way, I've been here for 24 years. What are you saying about me? You know, that to me is more important. And again, are you going to allow yourself to be introduced to the value of this profession if you already close yourself off? Because this is just a stepping stone. And how do you define stepping stone? I mean, is stepping stone to you really something where I'm going to pick up and learn something and go with it? Or is it I'm just going to use it to push myself up? You know, and eventually, you know, forget that I've ever been in this profession. Now, guys, don't forget our books are on the market. Inmate Manipulation Decoded, Cages or Cocoon. If you guys get a chance, it's up on Amazon. I feel it's a worthy investment, but I may be a little bit biased to both. As always, guys, this show is On the Line, brought to you by Garden RFID. If you get a chance, please, guys, check out their other videos. And as always, stay safe.